Hey, my name is Nick, and this is a special section where we address, let's say, when you go to Facebook, when you go to Twitter, and you can see sometimes when you post a link, and automatically it jacks the content on there, right? So I'm assuming maybe you have a WordPress blog, maybe you are in whatever country you are in, and you want to have that same effect. Like if you go to most Shopify stores, when you post your product on Twitter, you want them to, let me show you this. You go to my profile on Twitter, you can see that when you post my link on any, let's see like Kat Ekenwald went in and posted my link, right? There's no time for you to go in and go in and start posting your images under his link. You want, the minute he posts his link, to give out a huge impression. Like you want a lot of people to see what you're doing. You want people to see what your product is about. So I keep insisting it's important to invest in good photography. It's not expensive. It's easy. So like that same one asset I shot in February, it's almost December and I'm still using it, and it's very effective, right? So you were able to take that same asset and you're able to, now specifically if you're on WordPress, this is more how to set up Twitter cards. If you're on Shopify, Ecwid, and all these other profiles, they've already coded this in the backend for you, right? So the importance of Twitter cards is that as you post your media in some of these profiles, let's say you post it on Facebook, it will come in and grab one of these images here, and it will automatically, it will give that image as a default for your product. So that is what people will see, particularly when you're dealing with products that, let's say that you're targeting women. They're very visual. So even guys too, like, women want to look fantastic. As you can see on screen, we have a beautiful, beautiful lady, a beautiful model that, there's a lot of excellent lighting on the image, and it's important to ensure that when you do post your image, people instantly connect with what you're selling, right? So for Twitter cards, when Kat Ekenwald, now by the way, when I talk about him, it does not mean that he's endorsing my product. It's just that it's something that happened. So this is more of this is something that has been happening. That doesn't mean the person has endorsed my product. I think it's important I say that. But when someone posts about your product, they are going out to their traffic and saying, hey, I've had a conversation with this guy. Like Kat Ekenwald came in and told me behind the scenes, it's like, what does your product do? And he's like, yeah, I'm not only am I going to talk about it, I'm gonna order something. And what happens is that if your product does not do what you say, he just come in and delete the product. So the product is still there. He actually ordered some stuff, I actually sent him some stuff. And it's because of, you're relating with people. Like there's a person on the other end, and as always remember, strangers have the money you want and need. So do get out there and talk to strangers. Put that in your head. So this is not psychology about selling, but understand that you want to go out and capture that person and have them understand what you're selling immediately. Like he saw me post under a comment he'd done, so he saw the product, and then the product, as the Twitter cards were active, so as he did not see a link, he's seeing the images, he's like, oh my god, this is fantastic, sends me a message, hey, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, this is what I do, this is what he's like, okay, fine, click, and what happens? You come back and you start seeing sales rocking to your site. Now, for WordPress, this is exactly what you do. You are going to need you can look on screen, you see something called JM Twitter Cards. It's a very, very good plugin. If you have the money for them, the other plugins are quite efficient. So you'll go in and you'll download this automatically on your blog. And then, let's see, Ankara Apparel. So like it's already installed on one of my websites, like JM Twitter Cards. And so you're basically copying like you can see, what happens is that on the options side, you want to have your username. I need to update this. Nicholas Kamau, you can you'll have to put in your username here, and then the card type, like you can see on screen. You can do a summary, like then you can just put a summary. Summary basically is just a couple of, just maybe a statement or something, right? Or you can actually put in an application if you're an app developer, right? So there's a summary below the image, or an application. Then you can put in a link of that on there. When you say excerpt, right, it'll go in and take a bit of information about your blog, so you need to make sure you have that written. Then there's an image fallback. When you come to Twitter, you can see the image fallback that comes in. This is the image that pops in here. So it can be anything. It can be, I don't know, like PS5 or something, right? Yep, right. You're promoting PS5s. You can put it as your fallback image. And then, so these are basically the settings, right? Open Graph, I'm not sure about that, but just put it as Open Graph, yes. Image fallback, then of course there's custom feed title. Maybe you need to change the SEO settings about it. Then of course there's a custom post type. I usually leave it default as all. And then of course you can save your changes. I don't need to change anything on here. So when I come to this on Ankara Apparel, let's see, now on ankaramasks.shop, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to activate this, and then I'll come into the Twitter cards, I'll come into the settings. Hopefully it hasn't changed that much, and you can see I changed my username here. I just changed it like a couple of days ago. So summary below the image, except yes, I need people to see. I'll copy that, boom, 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 and then I'll come in here. And let's see if I can change the image. And then you'll just write your image. There's alternative text. Then there's a home meta description. What is your website about? Then you click Save Changes. I think I had saved it. So boom, boom, boom. Everything is set. Default all. Boom, Save Changes. And then when I come to Twitter cards, you can see on the developer website, you can even put a video on here, which is ridiculous, right? So this particular section is not about, it's not specific to let's say selling masks or selling fabric, right? You can even put an application. So when you have that application, make sure the landing page looks, that image, if it's like, I don't know, a game, Smashing Trump or something, it looks fantastic. Like, invest in getting, creating the best image you can. Like, let's say on Twitter, you are selling stocks, like penny stocks, right? Penny stocks. Let's see, you're selling penny stocks, and you have penny stocks mom. Let's see, yeah, she's followed by crowdfund, buzz, yada, yada, yada. So you're seeing you have a bunch of, you can see the hashtags on there, and you can see the hashtags that matter to particular companies. So that's how you find the people that you want to have a conversation with about the particular stock. You can even see the conversations that you're having, and you can go in there. Maybe you're selling a penny stock product, right? And then you can post your Twitter card enabled product under the whatever's, right? You can even see the shares are going for like 0.0248. It's like not even 10 cents, not even 20 cents, right? But once you enable Twitter cards, you can come back here. You can go to Twitter cards validator, right? And you can click on card dev. So basically, when you come here, you paste your domain, and then you click preview card and see if your website is Twitter card enabled. And this one has an issue, so you need to come back to Ankara Master. Oops, wait. www. Preview card. Okay, so you need to come in and Ankara Master shop, blah blah blah. Accept changes. Let's see, boom. Default all, yada yada, summary below the image, accept yes, boom boom boom. And then preview card. And Ankara.com, and let's see. for the Ankara Apparel works, so I just need to go and change 1 or 2 settings. But that's a Twitter card validator. You can go on there, use it. You can use the JM Twitter cards for your blog. Give it about a minute or so to update, and you can see how effective it is on getting your site to work. And let's see. Now what happens with the Twitter cards is that as you go about posting your products online and attempting to have conversations with people, right? You're using hashtags to identify your target market. Then you're using your blog, your website, your product that you're selling to go out, and you want to show them really quickly the product that you're selling, because it's an instant. It's about instant marketing, right? And you just go in and you just copy and paste. Like let's see if I copy and paste this. See if it comes up. Let's see. Test. It's Apparel.com, right? And boom, you can see instantly it comes in. It looks fantastic. For test. So if let's say you are selling stock quotes, stock tips, you can have a banner down here that shows people the importance of, it shows your product, maybe 10% off, 2% off, and so on and so forth. Maybe it's a Kickstarter, fully funded, and so on and so forth. But that is how you quickly use JM Twitter cards to go out and power your WordPress blog to be as powerful as a Shopify store, a Facebook page, YouTube, all these other sites. Let's say let's test something out. Let's say we have a YouTube video. Let me just put this on Twitter, and we post a video and see if it jacks the test. Like when you go on YouTube and you're posting a video, they'll ask you for a banner. That banner is specifically to be used for Twitter cards to help market your product and help it become more viral, right? You can see the code. You don't need to write all this code. It's just done automatically for you. And I'll always consistently update. They did this in 2015. But Twitter cards are very, very, very powerful in marketing your group. I hope that helps. If you have any issues on WordPress, on changing up on changing up your settings, it shoot me an email, or we can do like a Zoom call or something. But it's important enough that it will bring in a lot of sales to your campaign. With Ecwid, it's just automatic. Once you install the plugin, it just comes in and it'll just literally copy what's going on your Ecwid store to your campaign. And let's see if it activates the store. And let's Ecwid. Yeah, you can see on screen, it just literally yanks everything that's going on your Ecwid store and brings it to your store. And that should be about it. And you can see it's already brought the products just like that in less than a minute. I activated the plugin, I hit, so it's already connected automatically, and then it just comes in and brings your store in, and boom, you have a store, you can market it, and hopefully you can move product. Thank you very much. If you have any issues, any stories, any requests, send me a mail and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Thanks. Bye.